Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday morning. Uh, wait a minute. Let me get myself oriented here. November 23rd, 2021. It is about 11:25 in the morning, and it is my day off today. Um, Thank you so much for cut my face for your support and your well wishes in the job. It is quite challenging. It is. It really is. It's knocking my you know what in the dirt. I am not really here in too much of a good mood or light mood, as many of you know and have seen and heard. Well, considering as of the year, so our country here and California, especially here in Pasadena, we've been experiencing a lot of tragedies and tragic moments in life and economy and everything, especially out here in California. Things have really spiraled out of control, crime-wise, that is. And people, I don't know, waking up, I guess. But the Wisconsin Waukesha thing, when I heard about it, when I saw it touched base with me, because I lived in Wisconsin for a few years. My bride and I and my new family and everything, I had moved out there for a better life, for the sake of my family to be. But just after that, when I got married here in Pasadena, Saturday evening, we experienced a huge loss. And I am not too far from where I live, down over here behind me. And on this street behind me is where actually I used to live with my wife and my newly born daughter 13 years ago. Saturday night, there was a 13-year-old boy who was shot. It doesn't seem that he was shot purposefully, more of a stray bullet. This is Orange Grove and Raymond right here. Behind me, over my shoulder, is Summit, or Sunrise. But the thing is that this neighborhood here has always been a little bit questionable, not really too bad per se, but there were actually moments where right here at this, right over in this section over here, I almost got into a knife fight and took out a guy's life because he was not behaving properly towards my daughter and towards my wife. So I ended up having to chase two guys, and then it quickly just turned into one guy with my knife, and pulled a Christmas tree, because this was about January. He flung a Christmas tree that was on the sidewalk, and I tripped over it and they bailed off, which is a good thing for both of us, because I would have ended up taking a life, and I didn't want to do that. And after all was said and done, but the store where I go to over here, Vallarta, used to be a Vons, and we used to always go to this Vons over here. And a lot of the neighbors over here would remember while my wife was at work and I was taking care of our daughter, walking around here with my daughter, running errands and going to the store, what have you. Cute little girl. Always with a balloon in hand and her SpongeBob knit cap. So I'm going to walk a little bit more and I will show you. This is Raymond. I am headed north on Raymond. And we used to live over here on the street. Alright, so in Wisconsin, when I had gotten home and I heard about that, I was really devastated when I saw the video, because I know how it is out there in that part of the country. holiday parades. People always gather. It's so much different from the California parades and everything out here. I remember moving out there and saying, oh, well, if you're going to go to the holiday parade, don't forget your bags and everything. And I was like, bags? What do you mean? Oh, because of the candy. Well, I had no idea that in the parade routes, they throw bags of candy, or they throw candy. So it's kind of like a whole nother trick-or-treating fest. So oh my God, this is right here. A 13-year-old boy was shot and killed while playing video games. The bad street is behind over there. That's where a lot of the crime happens. This little boy was in the back room playing video games. And this little boy was an honor student. 13 years old. My daughter and I would come all the way. Whenever we'd run out and go to the park or just run errands, going up that way is where we lived. But this little boy was the same age as my daughter. 2008. 13 years old. Now where we lived, we were situated all the way in the back, 7B 1030 North Raymond. Oh. Wow. Okay, I gotta stop. So this place right here used to be, I don't know if it still is, but it was a daycare center. So we'd always see a lot of kids right here. The death of the child was just down a few doors down over there. And there were always kids over here playing, and my daughter would just love to see it. This is 1030 North Raymond. This is where we used to live prior to me being homeless, my separation, divorce, and everything else. These are great little villas over here. We lived all the way in the back and towards the left, which was really kind of cool. This whole place is it's really nice. You know, a lot of kids played here and very family oriented. To say that there's a good place or a bad place here, it doesn't really matter. We were all the way in the back. Just to the left, there's another one, 7B, and we had that tiny little studio. Probably, maybe, I don't know, honestly, 200 square feet. That's 200 square feet for my wife, me, my daughter, and our cat. And I think we were here for about maybe three years. And kids, when they grow up very, very fast. So I guess it was just a sense of timing or whatever. But behind me in this direction is the street where there's the project housing. We used to kind of call it the ghetto area, but it really is. At least 3 to 4 times a week at night, there were at least police over there, and a few times we heard shots being popped off. It's not uncommon for this area to hear that, especially at night, and even more so now as of last year and everything that's been going around politically, socially, gender-wise, and all this confusion and all this fucked up mess. But this place has really gotten to be really bad. This way over here is the Jackie Robinson Senior Center, Community Center, and across is the public park. Over in this corner over here is, or what used to be, the Jackie Robinson post office. I think they shut it down for a bit. I don't know if they're gonna redo it or what have you. But all in all, things weren't really too bad, but it's gotten really bad. The park over here is where Carla likes to go and get drunk with some of the other homeless people and try to scam them out of whatever they want. And this neighborhood right here is where they pretty much, all of this whole area, Washington Park, Pinta Rosa and everything, this is where they steal their bikes and get whatever it is that they do and then take back to the house and fix up, sell drugs, and get what they want. Again, all of this, everything that's been happening to my other housemate and I because of her, you know, all this is just, they don't care. They only focus on certain things. I would have to say, honestly, in my judgment, in my experience, of ethnicity, depending on what it is or what's being vied for popular vote, I suppose. I don't know. I really don't know. I only say this because it's what it seems like in my experience of living here. So when I got home last night, King Villa Apartments over here is kind of a low income housing, I would say. Not really projects so much as affordable apartment housing. But when I got home and I saw on the police blotter, there was a car, I guess something happened, and there was a car that ran into the apartments, I guess careened into an apartment and took out a fire hydrant, and I think in this neighborhood the water got shut off. Now, I live not too far from here, actually. All of this, everything that's been happening, Sunday night there was another shooting over here on Orange Grove at the projects. Everything that has been around here where I currently live is 4.5, 5 blocks total radius, not even a squeak, a fraction of a mile, and all this is just really bad. In fact, last night at work, I guess there was some sort of incident where someone was trying to cause some sort of disturbance. I think punch out one of our employees or whatever, but the store security and everything responded really quickly and averted a conflict. And as quickly as it happened, it was just quickly forgotten. Thank goodness, actually. I'm just actually glad that I work over on that side. But that's not to say that it's completely safe. Things have really gotten bad. There were more attacks at the Grove, or more in high-end shopping areas. You have all sorts and everything, and it's just really getting bad. You know, and like I said, this neighborhood really was never, it's always had its little problems, but compared to last year, it's just gotten so bad. And over here at Jackie Robinson, where Carla likes to come over and get some of the homeless folks drunk and take them out and cause fights, and she's punching out older ladies and she's cursing, and she gets on her stolen electric bike and then paddles back. Oh yeah, you know, I don't hit her and she's older than me and all this other stuff, and being very prideful of the chaos and the calamity, I would have to say. They really do. They really take pride in what it is that they do. 2 years plus now without doing anything, being progressive for their kids to have no ambition, no desire. They want to remain on the system, food stamps or what have you, and just proceed with being criminals. 40 years old, 30 years old, and a 20-year-old something with a 21-year-old granddaughter, all homeless, using our address, using that home address for EDD fraud, EBT fraud, selling drugs, using it to bring back their stolen goods, fixing it up, and doing what they need to do to get money. No desire to work, nothing whatsoever. This is Jackie Robinson Community Center, Senior Center back there. Behind me was the former Jackie Robinson Post Office. It's really bad. And in Wisconsin, I mean, this has really just been, it affects me because everything is just nonstop. Everything is just nonstop, you know. And my experiences in life, even living out east, living out in the Midwest, I experienced that. So I wanted to show you folks how badly the situation here in this city, the city that I dubbed the City of Roses, which is no bed of roses. It is definitely a thorn bush of all sorts. And my home, where I live and where I reside, is a sticker bush. It really is. It's just bad. And it's getting home last night and her making noise and staying up half the night. I'm just glad that I was off today because I'm really not in the right frame of mind, and it's just getting bad. I really have started to reassessing my desire and my wants to want to be here in California. I can't continue paying the cost of life, and especially once the income starts rolling in on a regular basis, continue to be robbed by them and paying what it is that I'm paying for life here. There's no quality, there's no value, there's no drive, there's no ambition, there's no goal for me to continue to exist here. There really isn't. Other than just I'm basically now working just to pay child support, and that's it. That's it. Everything else I can easily go to the Salvation Army or go to the church for whatever food and clothing and toiletries that I can get at no cost. And then just fully go and get food stamps, and then just probably supplement my life with whatever little government issuance would be allowed to me. But there's nothing. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I don't want to be here anymore. I really don't. There's just nothing here anymore. And it's really sad to say, because compared to just a few months ago, my ambition and my drive and working all last year unvaccinated through the whole pandemic and the whole melee of chaos, I don't know where that whole drive came from, but I certainly don't have it anymore, you know. And after seeing what happened in Wisconsin, I'd still rather move to Wisconsin, Texas, or to Florida. But something bad is about to really happen here. It's brewing. You can almost feel it. Unless you keep swallowing a blue pill, you can almost see it. There's going to be something really, really bad happening here. We're going to be pulled in also into war, definitely. Some say actually Pearl Harbor Day, that we just might get it pulled into Taiwan. But who's to say? I don't know. It's not as easy to predict anymore, politics or sociological life around anywhere here. But it's bad. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do this. I can't do this, my friends. I really, you know, and this isn't bullshitting or just being depressed or anything. This is, yeah, being depressed, but honestly, I don't know what the hell is going on with this situation, but there's no housing, there's no nothing. The landlord, the church, And the city continued to just more or less let my other housemate and I just be sacrificed for one person of ethnicity, for whatever purposes. I don't know if there's money involved. I don't know if it's because the chief of police was kind of more or less confirmed in Pasadena a couple years ago when I attended the event over here at the church. Let's welcome the new chief of police. But it kind of does raise a little bit of eyebrow and suspicion as to, hey, what the heck is going on again? I don't know. It's just off the top of my head, and I'm going through with what it is that I'm experiencing. So, my daughter loved that right there, that fire station. We'd always take pictures over there, especially on Wednesdays when they were washing the fire trucks. I always take pictures over there, and she'd hop on the front bumper, and she's got her balloon, and she wants to do. That's about it, my friends. I will post this when I can. I have to work tomorrow. It'll be a late night, but at least I'm working. I'm just doing my duty for my kids and my other relationship, my other marriage. So other than that, I don't want to be here. I'll just continue to come over here and help do what I can do over here for the community. I just don't want to be here anymore. All right, folks, you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. Help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, or what I and we are experiencing out here, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, and life here in Pasadena, Southern California, Los Angeles, the West Coast, the left coast, the left coast, the blue pill, the giant enema horse blue pill. I love you all. Bye-bye.